now for an hour or so.
No, I mean that you're getting quite active lately.
It's a struggle. This leg of mine just does not want to work.
Well, maybe you're rushing things. Maybe you should stay in bed until your leg heals.
Emily, I need exercise. I need some movement. Maybe it'll make me feel human again. Oh, God, if I could just get out of this room, maybe I could get part of my memory back.
That's true. If you got downstairs and saw the rest of the house, it might bring back memories of the past. Our past.
Galt residence? Who? Oh, yes, just one moment, please. Dr. Wellman, for you, Doctor.
Thank you, Molly. There you are. Good morning, Neil. You're an early caller.
I'm an early traveler, too. I'm at the depot right now.
What depot?
20 minutes from your house, Leo. Thought I'd drop in and see this interesting amnesia patient you've got.
Make the trip here just to see this patient I told you about.
I came to see an old friend, Leo. The fact that you've got an unusual patient for me, it's just a bonus.
I just wanted to discuss this case with you. I just wanted your opinion about how long this kind of amnesia might last.
How can I know that without examining the patient?
I'm afraid that won't be possible. He has other injuries.
What is this, Leo? You sound as if you don't want me to see this man.
I just don't see the point of it, that's all, Neil. And I don't want to put you to all this trouble.
It's no trouble at all. And I'm not going to send you a consulting fee. Truth is, I'm finally writing that book I've been talking about for the past 10 years. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a chapter out of this.
Neil, I have to think of my patient first.
I don't see why his other injuries should prevent me from seeing him. Has there been any change in his condition?
No, there hasn't.
Well, have you reported him to the police? They may be looking for him as a missing persons. You know, it might help the identification procedure.
I told you we have identified him and we know who he is. That's why I don't think it's as important.
It's got to be important to him, Leo. And who knows, maybe there's something I can do to help him restore his memory.
Neil.
I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Just take it easy.
Oh, 6 steps and it felt like a mile.
Well, you're still weak now, Kurt.
Oh, no, Emily, I'm getting stronger, man. I can feel my body getting stronger, but this leg of mine is not getting the message. You know what I keep thinking about?
What?
A walk. A nice, long walk down an old country road.
I love to take walks, too. Do you remember the walks we took together?
No.
Of course you don't. I'm sorry. Well, when we took our nice, long walks, we had a reason. We wanted to get as far away from the house as possible.
Yeah, so your mother and father wouldn't see us?
Right. But I never felt there was anything sneaky about it, because it was always... well, it was always innocent.
I guess we were awfully young back then.
You know, it took you weeks to even hold my hand. And the first time you kissed me... oh, I don't think I'll ever forget that moment.
I'm just sorry I didn't turn out to be more of a knight in shining armor for you.
Oh, but you were to me.
Oh, Emily, I was a juvenile delinquent. Except when I lived here, I was legally an adult. So the crimes I committed were adult crimes. I mean, the law is very specific about that.
You sound as though you know something about the
Oh,
law.
maybe I do, Emily. And I probably learned it the hard way.
Oh, don't say that.
Emily, you don't know where I've been or what I've done for the last 10 years.
Oh,
I don't know.
Hush, hush. Now, never
Emily,
mind
I feel
about it.
I'm banging around in a fog, and I'm trying to find a light. Emily, that carousel lamp.
Yes, what about it?
I don't know. It seems so familiar to me.
Well, That's a start, isn't it? You finally recognize something in the house. Of course, it wasn't always in this room. It used to be in my room when I was a little girl, but when I was about 13, I thought it was too childish for me, so we brought it in here. But you do remember seeing it.
Maybe maybe it was something I had when I was a kid. I don't know. I just don't know.
According to Cliff Nelson, Logan won't be too unhappy if he leaves. However, nothing will be final until I have a chance to introduce Cliff to some of my clients.
Well, I just think it's so ironic that the very person who prosecuted Draper is the one who's going to replace him at your office.
Does that disturb you, Nancy?
No, as long as he's capable of handling the job.
Besides, nobody's going to replace Draper. Good morning, April.
Morning. I'm sorry I slept so late.
Well, let me get you some breakfast.
Oh, no, don't be silly. You and Mike have to get to work. I'll fix myself something later.
Well, would you like some coffee?
I'd love some, thanks. Help me pry my eyes open.
Oh, didn't you sleep too well?
Oh, I slept like a log, but that started about 5 a.m.
Well, then why don't you go back to bed?
Nope, because all the things I want to get done, I am going to do today, including if you can possibly fit me into your schedule sometime this afternoon. I would love to come down to your office and discuss the estate.
Well, as it turns out, one of my clients has canceled an appointment, so I will have time. And there is something I want to talk over with you concerning Elliot Dorn.
Elliot Dorn?
Yes. There's something you have to know, April.
I've got that.
Hi, Miss. Well, Raven, hello.
Is it April here?
Yes.
Hi, April. Please don't be mad at me. I know I shouldn't have just barged over, but I just had to see you. I was so worried that if I called you, you wouldn't be in the mood to see me, and I've been thinking about what happened, and I wanted to know how you were.
Well, as you can see, I'm doing quite well.
It's very nice of you two to invite April over here to stay.
Well, we feel very close to her, and we're just glad that she wants to stay.
Raven, April didn't sleep too well last night, and she was thinking about going back to bed.
Oh, not now. I just got here.
Well, no, not now.
Well, I don't mean to be in the way. I won't take very long, just long enough to have a cup of coffee.
Oh, would you like one?
If it wouldn't be too much trouble?
No, not at all.
Mike, I know that you and Nancy have to get to work, and I wouldn't worry about being polite. I'm sure Raven will understand.
Oh, yes, I will understand. I actually came over because I knew you two had to go to your jobs, and I thought maybe you wouldn't want to be alone.
Actually, that's one of the reasons why I thought this would be a good place for me to stay, just so I could be alone.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with you.
Excuse me.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I wondered if perhaps you might want to stay with me since I'll be around all the time, and you're more than welcome.
Thank you, Raven, but I'm really quite comfortable.
See, I have this residential hotel suite, and I really don't have anything to do, so I could be your nurse and your companion and friend.
April is going to stay with us, Raven, at least until the baby's healthy enough to leave the hospital. And Nancy, I think maybe we should leave.
Yes, that's right. It is getting a little late. We do have to go, don't we?
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
It's
Raven?
lovely to see you again.
Nice
Very
seeing you.
nice to see you.
Mike, I'll see you this afternoon then?
Yes, I'll call and let you know exactly when.
Fine.
April, do try to get some rest, huh?
Bye.
Good day.
There goes my promise to Draper.
Well, we can't force her to stay away.
No, I'm afraid we can't. I just hope that April is, well, she's got enough common sense to take care of herself.
Raven seemed rather subdued, didn't you think? Or do you think it was another pose?
Well, from everything I've heard, that young woman's whole life has been one pose after another.
It's a very cozy house. It's probably why you feel at home.
It's not the house, Raven. It's the people who live here.
You were staying with your brother and sister-in-law before, right?
Yeah, but just for a short while. their household is a bit more complicated than this one with the baby and the hours they keep. I just thought I'd be, well, less in the way here.
April, I'm sure you weren't in the way. And my offer still stands. If you want to come over to my place, I'd be more than happy
No,
to have...
thank you very much, but I'll be just fine here. Besides, it won't be long now, and Julie will be able to leave the hospital soon.
Where are you going to go then?
Home, of course, to Oakdale.
You're going to go back there without Drape? I'm sorry.
Yes, Raven, I will be going home without Draper.
I don't know what's the matter with me. I say things I don't mean. I do things that are awful, like coming over here where I'm not wanted.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to make you feel unwelcome.
That's all right. I figured you were sick and tired of people coming over here with their condolences and having to listen over and over again about your great losses.
You're absolutely right. I do hate sympathy calls.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is a sympathy call. The only thing is, April, I'm the one who wants the sympathy. I have been desperate to talk to somebody. Somebody who understands how I feel. And you've been very tolerant of me in the past. And you have a baby now also.
Well, I don't really have a baby, Raven. I've just happened to have given birth to one.
But the second that you gave birth to him, you loved him.
He happens to be a she. And yes, I do love Julia. She's terribly important to me, and that's only natural.
Well, then isn't it only natural that Jamie is very important to me? He means everything to me. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about the day I came into your place and gave you Jamie to care for a little while.
Oh, come on, Raven. You've got to be kidding. You didn't give Jamie to us for a little while. You just gave him to us for good.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all.
It was like that, exactly. Don't you remember that little piece of paper you gave us? That little authorization of yours that we could raise Jamie as our own, even adopt him if we wanted to.
That was just me saying crazy things again. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to give Jamie away. I was very upset. Logan had just thrown me out of the house for no reason
For
at all.
absolutely no reason.
You think I'm terrible, don't you? You think I'm terrible? Well, I guess you have every reason to. And I'm sure you couldn't possibly believe that I've changed and that I see things a little bit differently now.
Okay, you make me understand, Raven. You tell me how you can give your baby away 1 minute and then want it back so desperately the next.
Because I've been without him, that's why. I cried every night in London. And that's why I came back here, because I want my baby. I have been in this city a month, and I have talked to every lawyer in this town, and no one will help me. Because they're afraid to tackle Logan because he's the district attorney.
Logan loves that baby. He loves Jamie, and he takes wonderful care of him.
He pays people to take wonderful care of him. Is that the way to raise a baby? You know it isn't. A baby should have his mother. And I miss my baby.
Is it true you tried to steal Jamie?
Yes, and I'll do it again. He won't even let me see him, April. Please, I don't know what to do. I need some help.
Well, I certainly don't know what you should do.
Well, you could talk to him. It's not right of him to use his legal power. I mean, I'm helpless. I know I did wrong, but should I be punished like this?
Well, I guess I could talk to Logan. We're friends.
Oh, you are? Even after what he did to Draper? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you've forgiven Logan. Even after everything that's happened, I still love Logan. And even if everything doesn't work out with the two of us, I want my baby back.
Look, Raven, I can talk to Logan, but that's all I can do.
I didn't mean to give Jamie away. You know that paper that I gave you that says that you have the right to adopt Jamie? Do you still have that?
I don't know, I suppose so. at the house in Oakdale. Geraldine, hi.
Steve, how nice to see you.
Surprise, you're getting 2 babysitters this morning for the price of 1.
Yes, and one of us is a little nervous.
Why, there's nothing to be frightened of. After all, Jamie isn't an armed robber. I think it's very kind of you to do this for us.
Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave at 11:30 because I have to get back to headquarters.
Yeah, we've had a lot of men down at the department come down with the flu, so our assignments have been rearranged.
But someone will be with Jamie until 5, won't they?
Yeah, I have the 12 to 5 shift.
Yeah. I was hoping I could show Steve some of the ropes between now and then.
Don't you mean the diapers?
Geraldine, I'm not really that much of an expert.
Oh, come now, Deborah. You've had some experience with babies, haven't you?
Well, I did have a girlfriend in college who dropped out to have a baby, and I helped her from time to time. But I'm not that much of an expert.
Well, I know that you're going to take splendid care of him. In any case, I'd much rather have you two, because I don't know Mrs. Cobb.
Now, don't worry, Geraldine. We'll do the best job we can. I want you to know, though, I am a little nervous, so I may not know which end of the baby is which.
Fancy that. Let's go say hello, shall we? Jamie, we have visitors.
Hi, Jamie. How are you today? Huh? Come here, I want you to meet
look at
somebody.
him.
Come here. Oh, hello. Oh, big boy. This is Steve. Steve, this is Jamie.
Howdy.
Hello. How are you? I think you are wet.
Again.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. This is, I guess, just as good a time as any to show you how to change a diaper, huh?
Yeah.
Can you get me something? A diaper and a little
Diaper.
wet thing?
Yes, this here.
Something.
One of these is a diaper,
yeah,
right?
Fine, yeah. Now, Jamie. Okay, this is a first for me,
Yes.
too.
Okay. What's that?
First of all, you...
Hello. My name is Wellman. I believe Dr. Galt is expecting me.
Yes, won't you come in?
Leo, how are you? It's been too many years. You're looking...
Looking not too well, huh? You don't have to say it, Neil. Please sit down.
Yeah, we'll have a chance to catch up on things later. Right now, let's talk about this interesting amnesia case of yours. I haven't had a good case of total amnesia in months. I'm looking forward to meeting this man.
Neil, would you like something to eat?
Maybe some coffee.
I'll bring you some. How do you take it?
Cream, no sugar.
Fine.
Thank you. I got something to eat on the way. Didn't want to put you to any trouble.
I'm the one causing you the trouble.
Not at all. As I said, my book can stand another unusual case history. By the way, did you learn anything at all about how your patient might have received his injuries?
No, I really don't know.
Have you considered the possibility that he might have been a passenger on that Graham County Express? The one that wrecked.
But that was over in Grand Falls, several miles from here.
Well, he could have managed to get here all the same. I just thought it might be a possibility, considering the injuries you described to me.
I can't answer that, Neil. I didn't read too much about the accident.
Well, I'm surprised. God knows they covered the story extensively in Springfield. Of course, there were some dramatic sidelights to the derailment. You must have read about the young attorney who was heading for prison.
No, I didn't read about that.
Well, his name was Scott, Draper Scott. Very ironic circumstances, really. He was convicted of murdering his wife's mother and was on his way to serve a 15-year sentence when the train crashed. But it seems he wasn't guilty at all. Someone else confessed to the crime. Too late, unfortunately.
Neil, I'm going to ask you a favor, and it's not going to make you happy.
Well, I owe you a lot of favors, Leo. It's one of the reasons I'm here.
I'm going to ask you not to see my patient.
Why not?
Well, because, frankly, I don't think he's up to any kind of an examination. And I don't think he's physically well enough for us to be concerned about his emotional condition.
I really can't understand that, Leo.
He's too ill, Neil. And as his physician, I cannot let you go upstairs.
Daddy,
Emily.
look who's getting better. Kirk can walk.
Neil, I'm going to ask you a favor, and it's not going to make you happy.
I owe you many favors, Leo. It's one of the reasons I'm here.
I'm going to ask you not to see my patient.
Why not?
Because, frankly, I don't think he's up to any kind of an examination. And I don't think he's physically well enough for us to be concerned about his emotional condition.
Well, I really can't understand that, Leo.
He's too ill, Neil. And as his physician, I cannot let you go upstairs.
Daddy,
Emily.
look who's getting better. Kirk can walk.
Wow. Your patient doesn't seem to be as sick as you thought, Leo.
This is Neil Wellman. Dr. Wellman is an old friend of mine. This is my daughter, Emily, and this is Kirk Michaels. Kirk is my daughter's husband.
So you do know his identity?
Well, I didn't want to go into all of this on the phone. Yes, we know who he is.
But he still has a problem. We all do. I mean, he doesn't remember anything of the past. Nothing at all.
Well, let's see if there's something I can do about that.
Logan, you must think I'm awful. If you do, I can't blame you. I just hope you understand that, well, I wasn't putting you off or anything like that. I just felt I needed a couple days to kind of hermit myself.
Oh, of course I understand. And when you are in the mood for company, I'm available.
Well, as a matter of fact, I would like to see you, and I was hoping if the papers weren't piled too high on your desk, you might be able to make it over here for lunch today.
Well, I don't know about that. Means I'd have to forego trying out that new pizza parlor, but I guess I can make the sacrifice.
Good, because there's something I'd like to talk to you about, something kind of important.
You want to give me a clue what it is?
Oh, no, I think you can wait until you get here.
Okay. See you in half an hour?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
No idea what it's like, Doctor. When I think about my past, it's like reading a book with blank pages. I look in the mirror, and it's like staring at a stranger.
But you know who you are. We've told you
But
that.
it's not the same as remembering for myself, Emily.
No, many scientists believe that the human brain stores every piece of information it ever receives, that nothing is ever lost.
Then you think the facts are still with me?
I'm sure they are. But they may be hiding in the very dark recesses of your mind.
No, why did I forget them?
Before I can answer that, I'd have to know a bit more about your case.
Well, Kirk has attempted to recall the past, but it's brought him a great deal of torment. Perhaps it would be more helpful with the information that Emily and I could provide.
No, wait a second. I can't go through the rest of my life just sort of banging around in a fog. I couldn't help thinking, wondering what my past was like.
Tell me the first recollections you do have.
Waking up.
Here?
No, in a field someplace.
And how did you get there?
I don't know. All I know is that I was hurt. I could barely walk.
But you did, obviously. Why didn't you just lie still and wait for help?
I don't know. There was something inside of me just driving me, telling me that I couldn't stay there.
See, Kirk made up his mind that he was going to come back to me, and he wasn't going to let anything stop him.
I remember walking and walking. God, every step was such an effort. I remember seeing a light in the distance, and then I heard some music. I must have passed out before I got there, though.
See, then the Wiley's dog started barking like crazy, so that's when Molly and I decided to go see what the noise was about. He's hurt. Molly, somebody has been hurt.
Then we will call an ambulance.
No, we can't just let him die out here. We've got to bring him in the house.
Emily, I won't allow it. Emily, I forbid it. I will tell your father, Emily.
Oh, please, you've got to help me, Molly. He's much too tall. I won't be able to manage by myself.
Emily, I will not help you bring this tramp into our house.
Molly, please. You've got to help me. Well, you can't just let him die out here.
Emily, this is all wrong.
But it's the only thing we can do. No, please. Please help me.
Then I remember waking up and I saw Molly and Emily standing over me. That's when I realized I didn't know who I was.
Please tell us what you were doing out there.
I have to call somebody. Somebody has to know where I am, that I'm all right.
Who? Is it a woman? Oh, no, just tell me the name and the number and I'll call anyone for you.
I can't. I don't know the name. I can't find it. I have to call somebody. I don't know who.
And you have no recollection of who this person was that you were trying to contact?
No, just that somebody that meant a great deal to me.
By this time, Emily realized who the young man was.
And little by little, I began to fill Kirk in on what I knew about his past.
Leo, would you mind if I used your office? I'd like to speak with Kirk alone.
Well, Emily and I can tell you whatever you want to know.
I'd rather he tried to tell me. It might uncover some other memories. No promises, of course.
Yeah, right this way.
Come on, Kirk.
Oh.
Daddy, this man is an expert at these things?
He's very highly regarded, Emily. He's treated many amnesia cases and with remarkable success.
I suppose I should be glad. I'm just frightened.
Make yourself as relaxed as possible.
You know, Doctor, considering what I've been told about my past, I'm afraid to get my memory back.
Why do you say that?
Well, if what I did 10 years ago is any indication of what my life is, God knows what I've done.
Do you feel apprehensive, endangered?
Of course I do.
Well, that's a good sign. You're feeling apprehensive, worrying about whether you turned out good or bad. It shows you have a conscience.
Hey, doesn't everybody?
I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, there are many people in this world who have what we call an anxiety deficiency. Oh, it's just a fancy way of saying they have no morality, no conscience, no sense of right or wrong.
You think I'm one of them?
Well, let's just wait and see.
What's he doing in there? Daddy, how can he treat Kirk for loss of memory?
Well, he's not treating him, Emily. He's simply trying to learn more about his condition.
And after he does that,
I don't know.
he won't take him away, will he? I mean, he won't bring him to a hospital or anything like that.
No, Emily. Kirk is still my patient.
Can I get you anything, Dr. Gold, Miss Emily?
Not for me, Molly. No, thanks.
Is your doctor friend with him?
Yes, they're in my office.
Do you think you can help him?
But we don't know yet, Molly.
Well, I certainly hope so. This whole business is beginning to give me the creeps, if you don't mind my saying so.
We're all hoping for the best. You know, come to think of it, Molly, I think I would like some tea.
Well, I'll get you some. If this Dr. Wellman can bring back his memory, he may not want to stay here anymore, isn't that right?
Molly, would you get the tea, please?
Well, you may not want him to stay either, Miss Emily. You never know.
He is my husband.
Well, you don't know. You don't know what's been happening to him in these past 10 years.
He's still my husband.
What I'm trying to say, Miss Emily, is he may not think of himself as your husband. Not anymore.
That's true. I hope Kirk never gets his memory back.
Don't you feel better now, Jamie, huh? Don't you feel better? Okay. Well, I tell you what, the next time you have to have your diapers changed, I think Uncle Steve ought to do the honors, huh?
I'm not
Here
sure
you
that
go.
Uncle Steve is ready for his solo act just yet. Huh?
Steve, I've seen you take apart your service revolver and put it back together. Blindfolded, I think you'll be able to change a diaper, too, don't you?
This is the last time I let you volunteer me for anything.
Well, you love it and you know it, Steve. How about getting me his pajama bottoms?
Oh, yeah.
Let's put your pajama bottoms on.
You know, I'm not going to be able to show my face down at headquarters until this assignment is over.
Why?
Why? When the guys down there find out what I'm doing on my off-duty hours, they are going to laugh me out of the department.
Nanny Guthrie? I think that sounds really good.
You call me that in front of anybody, and I tell you, I'm going to start looking for a new partner.
All right, what about telling the guys at the department that you've been keeping your eye out on Babyface Swift? I think that would impress him, don't you, Jamie?
Cute. Very cute. I happen to be a trained police officer,
Well,
you know that?
Here, let's go in the living room. Put your things in there. Well, that's exactly why you're here, Steve. It's because you're a bodyguard in every sense of the word.
I don't think protecting Jamie from diaper rash is what you'd call a dangerous assignment.
Steve, we are protecting him from Raven.
Crying out loud. Raven is his mother.
I think we're going to be making a big mistake if we underestimate this woman. She's devious, Steve. She is smart and she is sneaky and...
Very sexy, huh?
Here, want your bottle? You want a bottle? You know, one of the reasons I accepted this assignment is because I have never had any experience with babies.
Oh, well, he seems to like he's taking to you a little bit.
Yeah. I think he likes you any better.
Well, I think he's cute.
I do, too. I think you're cute, too. I want your mommy.
Think she's cute?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is funny. It's like playing house a little bit, you know?
Yeah, there are similarities.
Want to look at this? Look at that. It's kind of nice.
You're not a little girl anymore.
No.
Boy, Logan, I can see why Draper used to call you Swifty. Eating that fast is not good for you.
Oh. It's a filthy habit. No reflection on the food, though. It's delicious. Best tuna salad sandwich I ever had.
Glad you like it.
You know, for a person who invited me over to chew the fat, you haven't said very much since I got here. I mean, you did say that you had something on your mind, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just a difficult topic for me to broach.
Huh?
And I don't want you to think I'm taking sides.
Sides against whom?
Raven was here this morning. We had a long talk.
Oh?
She said that Since the two of you were not on speaking terms, she asked me if I would talk to you and give you her side of the story concerning the two of you and Jamie.
What'd she tell you?
She said that she feels rotten about the way she treated Jamie, abandoning him, and she wants to make it up to him. And she said the only reason she tried to take Jamie was because she missed him so much.
You believe that?
Logan, the Raven I talked to this morning was very different from the woman who took off for Europe.
You talked to the same Raven. She just put on a different face, that's all, of which she has many.
I don't know, maybe, just maybe she really has changed. Why else would she want Jamie so desperately?
She wants to see me squirm.
No, I don't think even Raven hates you that much.
Being tossed out on her pretty little posterior was a humiliation that she is not going to forget or forgive for a long, long time.
I don't see how Raven or anyone else, for that matter, could go to all this trouble just to hurt you.
Revenge means a lot to that woman.
Maybe she still loves you. No, Logan, come on, listen to me. Sometimes when you love someone, it is extremely difficult to accept the fact that you can no longer be with them.
Well, I don't love Raven, and I'd have to be nuts to get back into that marriage. I'm not a masochist. I mean, I saw what you and Draper had. That's the kind of happiness I want. I'm not going to settle for less. I'm sorry. I had no business getting into that.
Don't apologize.
And the last thing I want to do is upset you.
You are not upsetting me. As a matter of fact, I find it kind of reassuring just to know that there are people around who feel the same way I do.
Nothing about his past came back to him?
No. The only facts he was able to recall were the memories you supplied him with. And he wasn't able to expand on that information either.
I see.
Doctor, excuse me for asking, but couldn't he be faking any of this?
No, his loss of memory is genuine. And the anguish he felt in trying to recreate his past was very real.
Doctor, could I go in and see him now?
Well, he's really been through the ringer. I think it's best if we let him rest a while.
Of course.
Have you formed a diagnosis?
Your son-in-law is suffering from a classic case of amnesia. I haven't seen one this complete in some time.
Well, how did it happen, Dr. Wellman?
Well, whatever happened during that period of trauma was so drastic that it caused him to totally obliterate his memory.
You should have seen how badly hurt Kirk was when we found him.
Well, his physical condition may be just a contributing factor to his amnesia. In cases this complete, there's usually a vital and compelling emotional problem as well.
You mean he's out of his head, is that what you're saying?
Well, something must have happened in his past that caused him to really want to forget.
Well, how do we find out?
I'm afraid the answers are locked away in that very troubled mind.
Neil, how are cases like this treated?
Oh, there are very many avenues open, usually depending upon the doctor's preference. Hypnosis, psychotherapy, drug therapy.
Well, which do you think is best?
Well, no matter which road the patient takes, there's no guarantee.
I mean, it's possible that Kirk's memory is lost forever?
No, I've known very many amnesiac patients that have tried a variety of treatments and not made one iota of progress. Some patients never recover at all.
Well, what happens to them then?
Well, then we try to help them adapt to their new situation, and then they begin all over again from square one.
They create a whole new life for themselves?
That's right. Unfortunately, it's always a slow and painful process.
Poor Kirk. I feel so sorry for him.
Well, you may not have to feel that way for long.
Why is that?
There is one method of treatment that I'd like to try right now. I've become fascinated with this particular case, and I'd like to see what I can do to help.
What form of treatment are you suggesting?
Narcosynthesis.
Well, what's that?
It's a form of drug therapy.
Yes, I've had some luck dealing with cases similar to this using sodium pentothal.
Sodium pentothal, isn't that a truth serum?
That's what it's called sometimes, yes.
But you said he was telling the truth, so what can the drug do about that?
Truth serum is really a misnomer. There's no drug that can force anyone to tell the truth. Sodium pentothal in this nickname because it has properties that relax a person to a degree that helps them release suppressed feelings.
I see. So you mean that one shot of this serum and he'll tell us all about his childhood. Is that what you're saying?
I don't expect his past to rush back at that degree. No, I'm looking more for to be able to gain some kind of insight into the trauma that caused this blockage. See, then we'd have something to build his recovery on.
Well, if Kirk felt he had something to hide, he must have had a very good reason. Well, if he takes this drug, he may learn things that will make him feel worse about himself.
That is a possibility.
Neil, must this be done now?
Well, I see no reason in waiting. As a matter of fact, allowing him to wait much longer would allow him to bury his anxieties much deeper.
Well, I don't know if he's up to this sort of thing physically or emotionally. I have been treating him, Neil, and I think we ought to wait.
Well, I think Dr. Wellman's got the right idea. The sooner we get to the truth, the sooner this house will get back to normal. That's just my opinion, of course.
Well, I'm sure we're all well-intentioned, but the only decision as to whether we proceed or not is up to one person.
Well, have you told Kirk about what you want to do?
Yes, I explained the procedure. I told him to weigh the pros and cons.
I've made my decision, Doctor. I've got to know who I am. I'm going to do it now.
Kirk, are you sure you want to go through with this? You don't have to, you know. Daddy said so.
Don't you want me to remember? Don't you want me to remember how we met? The time we spent together, our wedding day?
Yes, I do want you to remember all that. But it's after our time together that I'm worried about. Who you met, what you did, where you went. For all I know, there might even be another wife.
You think I'm a bigamist?
Well, maybe you just never considered our marriage really legal. After all, it was just a ceremony and the signing of a paper.
Emily, I don't see how I could have married anybody else. Where was I ever going to find anybody as pretty as you are?
I'm using a solution of thiopental sodium with anhydrous sodium carbonate as a base.
I still think it's the wrong thing to do, Neil.
Don't you want him to recover his memory, Leo? He's your son-in-law, whether you like it or not. Or are you afraid of something you might find out? Some dark patches in his past history?
Kirk's past is as much a blank to me as it is to him.
He wants the blanks filled in, and the patient comes first. Or so an old medical associate of mine used to say. A Dr. Galt, as I recall. I'm ready to begin. Would you bring the patient in, please? There we are. Now it'll take a few minutes for the serum to take effect. We'll try to create as restful an atmosphere as possible. Feeling relaxed?
No. You know, something tells me that Dr. Galt and Emily weren't too pleased about this whole thing.
That's one of the reasons I asked them to wait outside. We don't need their negative aura here, do we? Besides, as little distraction as possible is best. You feeling drowsy?
Yeah, a little.
All right, let's do a backward count. Now start at 100 and count backward. Go ahead.
100, 99, 98, 97. I never could figure out what these things were supposed to do.
Well, it actually doesn't do anything at all. It just tells me where you are. Continue counting.
97, 96, 95, 97, 96.
That's fine. That's just fine. Now, can you hear me?
Yes, so sleepy.
You're awake, you know. You're perfectly awake. All the drug has done was to relax you so as to free your mind from whatever restrictions it's imposed upon itself. You see, you might have built up a strong wall of resistance around your memory, and the drug is like the trumpets of Joshua, blowing down the walls. Okay, let's begin.
Mike?
April. Hello.
Hi.
Why don't we go into my office?
Place looks haunted, doesn't it? It's kind of funny. I never thought about offices being haunted. I just thought houses were haunted.
There are no ghosts here, April. Just memories. Good memories. Your husband did a very big job in this small office.
Yeah. I know. I guess he didn't want to take this to prison with him. Just a number there anyway.
Draper never could have been just a number.
I guess there's some consolation there, huh? He never was issued a number, never even had to spend a night in prison.
All those documents I want to talk to you about are in my office. Let's go.
It's just that it's so empty in here now, Mike. What happened to all of Draper's files?
Actually, most of them are still here.
Of course. The new occupant of this office will need them. Well, I'm ready for work.
Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
I'm glad you could come downtown, although I could have brought all this home with me.
Oh, no, I think it's a much better idea to do legal things in a legal place. Besides, it gave me impetus to get out of the house. Is that my file?
Believe it or not, that's only part of it. Even though Margot's will was simple, her estate is very complex. It may be months before we can straighten out your inheritance.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Well, in the meantime, you're going to need money to live on, so I opened an account for you at the bank using the cash proceeds from Margot's liquid assets.
Well, thank you. Mike, what was it you started to tell me last night about Elliot Dorn?
Well, that's the most troublesome part of this whole thing, actually.
Why? I thought you said Margot's will made it quite clear that he was completely cut out.
Oh, she did that, all right. She changed her will within 24 hours of their breakup. And she made certain that he couldn't contest it.
Oh, I see. Are you afraid that he will contest it?
No, I don't think so. I'm sure the will breeze through probate court just as it stands. However, there was one small detail that Margot failed to tell me about.
What was that?
It was a document that her previous attorney had drawn up, giving Elliot Dorn full title to the unicorn.
Oh, Mike, I know all about that, but she didn't really give it to him. She just let him run the place.
Oh, she gave it to him, all right. But she made sure that she could take it back whenever she felt like it.
Well, that's exactly what she did. I mean, she told me so herself after she found out the type of person that Elliot was.
I'm sure Margot meant to take the title back. But unfortunately, she neglected to do so legally.
What?
Apparently, it was an oversight. I guess there was so much on her mind at the time. But the unicorn still belongs to Elliot Dorn. Excuse me. Yes, Anna. He's here now? Well, you might as well ask him to come in. I had already informed Elliot of the situation, and apparently he's here to collect his property.
Mr. Carr, isn't it Oh, April. Well, we meet again, under happier circumstances.
Sorry, Elliot, but I don't consider these circumstances happy at all.
Oh, April, I didn't mean to imply that there was anything pleasant about discussing poor Margaret's estate. How are you?
Mr. Dorn?
Elliot, Mike has already informed me about the unicorn, and I'm sure you find that news very pleasant.
Yes, isn't it remarkable? When I heard the news, I was flabbergasted. But most of all, I was touched. Deeply touched.
Why?
Well, don't you see? It means that there was a legacy from my wife. It means that Margaret didn't cut me out of her life completely.
I think you misunderstood what I told you, Elliot. Apparently, it was an oversight.
No, Mike, I don't believe it. I believe that Margot never meant to take away the ownership of the unicorn. I think she knew how hard I worked to earn the title of the place.
Earn it? Earn it how? By prancing around in a $500 tuxedo that Margot had also bought?
I pranced very hard to make the unicorn profitable, April.
I don't believe this. Mike, this is not right, and it's not fair, and I'm sure even Elliot can see that.
I'm afraid, Mike, that I see nothing of the kind.
Why would my mother want to give you anything? She loathed you, Elliot Dorn. She loathed you, and she never even wanted to see you again.
April, you are still so very young. Women often say things like that, didn't you know? Their lips don't always say what their heart really feels.
Is that so? Well, listen to these lips. Mike, I want to take it to court.
Now, April, darling.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. We can fight it, can't we?
We could contest the document, April, but frankly, I wouldn't recommend it.
There you see, Mike agrees with me.
No, Elliot, I don't agree with you. I think Margot made a mistake. But at this point, it's impossible to prove what her real intentions were, so I think we should just let the matter drop.
What do you mean, just let it go? I mean, just give him the club. Give it to him just like that?
April, it might prove to be more of a liability than an asset.
Not if he turns around and decides to sell it, Mike. Look, it's not that I want to own the stupid club. It has nothing to do with that.
No? Why not? You already have the penthouse and a lot of the other goodies my wife left you.
Your wife. My God, you are pleased with yourself, aren't you, Elliot?
Let's just say that I'm pleased with Margot. You see, even if my wife did forget to cancel this piece of paper, I believe it's her unconscious desire to forget. That deep down, in her heart of hearts, she really cared for me. I hope you don't mind.
But I do mind. Mike, are you sure there's nothing we can do?
I'm afraid not, April. Elliot, this is yours, and so is the unicorn. I hope you'll have better luck with it this time.
Thank you. Thank you both. Oh, and I do expect you at the opening night of my club, both of you.
It's wrong, Mike. The whole thing is just so wrong.
I mean it, Nicole. I don't know when I've seen you looking better. The only word that comes to mind is radiant.
Radiant.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the word they use to describe brides, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that explains it.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's the way I'm feeling. Almost as if Miles and I were newlyweds again.
Oh, what a wonderful way to feel.
To the past few weeks and all the awful things that have happened, at least something good has come of it. Miles and I have sort of rediscovered each other. Just isn't any other way to put it.
Is that drug out of his system entirely?
Yes, yes, I think so. And that's part of it, but it just isn't everything. We're both experiencing a kind of rebirth of feelings for each other. And I'm so happy. And the happier I feel about my marriage and my life, the guiltier I feel about April.
It's not unusual, Nicole. I think that anyone who feels happy can't help but feel a little guilty when they think of April, because right now, happiness isn't part of her life.
I wonder if she'll ever be happy again.
I think so. I think so, because she has that little baby to take care of.
She probably won't have time to be depressed if I remember my newborn babies right.
And you should. How old is Adam now?
Almost 4.
Oh, no, no. Oh, my gosh, time is going so quickly. You're going to be thinking of nursery school soon.
Oh, I am already. Oh, yes. It's going to be much easier than having Mrs. Goodman around all the time, and besides, I think he's going to be much happier having other children to play with.
I think you're right.
Probably be much happier having another child around the house, too.
Is that a hint of something?
No.
Oh.
No. Although, Miles and I did start to talk about it before he became ill. Now that he's well again, he just may find that subject back on his agenda.
Well, as you said, little Adam probably would be very happy to have a little brother or sister.
Well, that wouldn't be the only reason. I'd kind of like to see what kind of offspring Miles would produce. Probably another brilliant medical type, a Marie Curie or a Jonas Salk.
Well, since you are both doing so well right now, I suppose now is the time to talk about it again.
Yes, but I have to find the right moment. You know, Miles, his work always comes first, and he's working twice as hard. He's back in harness at police headquarters as well as his private practice.
Of course, it would interrupt your career.
Oh, I don't know. I do my work sitting down, remember? I wouldn't let motherhood interrupt anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Good for you.
Besides, if it did happen, I'd be so excited I'd announce it on WMON 6 o'clock news.
Terrific. We can use some good news now.
You know, there'll be good news in April's life, too, sooner or later. I'm sure of it.
That may be some ways away.
Yes, but the future has a way of arriving, doesn't it? As hard as it is to imagine now, there may be a day that April will remarry.
Easy now. Just take it easy. Try to answer my questions.
It's not true.
What's not true? Where are you? What do you see?
Told them. I told her. I said, it's not right. It's not fair. I said I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it.
And now listen. You've got to answer my question now. What do you see? What do you hear?
See, hear, voir dire.
What did you say?
True. It's the truth. I told them. Said it's true. I told the truth. They didn't believe me. God, why doesn't somebody believe me?
Guilty. 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 No, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
No, no, please, no. Please stop it. Take them off. Please. Take them off. They're burning me. They're burning me.
Come over here. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Come on, honey, I'm over here. Come on.
It's you.
Yes, Kirk, it's Emily. There's never been anyone but me. Don't you know that? I'm the only one who can set you free.
What are you doing now? What are you thinking about?
I'm free.
Free from what? Can't you tell me? Don't you know? Listen, I want you to open your eyes. That's right, open your eyes now. That's right, now look at me. Look at me. Now tell it to me.
Can't. I don't know. I don't know.
You remember nothing? Nothing about what you thought or heard or saw?
Nothing.
Not a face, a name?
A name.
What name? Is it yours?
Kirk. Kirk.
Is that your name?
Kirk. Kirk. Kirk Michaels.
Emily, you have to be prepared for almost anything. If Dr. Wellman succeeds in bringing back Kirk's memory, well, you just don't know. Well, Neil?
I think I'd have to call the experiment a failure.
You mean Kirk remembered nothing about his past? Nothing at all?
Not enough to make any conclusive judgments. I was shocked by the amount of pain the drug produced.
Pain? I thought you said it wasn't going to be painful.
Not the sodium pentothal itself, but the feelings it released in him. Whatever he went through in his recent past, it was a terrible experience.
But you have no idea what?
Well, I don't think that merely the concussion was the cause of the amnesia. See, I think it was both physical and emotional, a dual traumatic event. I think that the concussion merely gave his mind the excuse to forget something that was much too painful to remember. Emily, I'm sorry. I know you want your husband to know you.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Kirk and I can make a new life for ourselves. We'll be together.
Hello.
Hi, Elliot. I can't stay on long because I'm at a payphone and I don't have any change.
Where are you calling from?
The lobby at Geraldine's Hotel.
What are you doing there? Picking up one small boy from room 12B?
I am going to get my son.
What plan have you devised this time to wrest poor Jamie from his playpen?
Well, I'm just going to go up there, ring the doorbell, and see who answers. There's really nothing illegal about that.
You think that's going to get you into the apartment, huh?
I'm just going to see who answers, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. That won't take you long. So I'll meet you back at your place in, say, about an hour?
Elliot, I've already told you I'm busy. I have an engagement.
Well, change your plans. I got something to celebrate, and I want to share it with you.
Well, we'll do it later. I'm sorry, the elevator's here. Bye-bye.
Raven! Oh. It is a big bottle. Maybe I'll just, surprise her anyway.
Detective Stoner, I must say, I'm a little surprised.
That makes two of us. Is there anything I can do for you, Mrs. Swift?
Yes. I heard that Logan hired a new babysitter, and I wanted to come over to see who it is that he entrusted with the care of my son, so may I come in?
All right.
Where is she?
Jamie's babysitter's not a she, it's a he.
Well, then where is he?
You are speaking to him.
You're kidding. Well, I assume that you were here to help in some way. This is insane. Is Logan out of his mind? How dare he entrust the care of my child with a police officer?
He could have done a lot worse.
Well, does he think that a police officer can take care of Jamie better than his own mother?
Raven, the only reason I am here is because Logan thinks that you pose a very real threat to Jamie's well-being.
Well, that's just a matter of opinion now, isn't it?
Well, you can't deny that you tried to steal the boy, can you?
I thought that Jamie belonged with his mother, and I still believe that. I have every right to that boy, you know.
Well, I'm afraid until the courts decide that Jamie is going to stay right where he is.
Well, we'll just see what the courts decide. Because Logan has now given me an airtight case against him. Hiring cops instead of a babysitter. Come on, there's not a judge in the country who wouldn't see that this is a totally irresponsible action.
Well, we're just going to have to wait and see about that now, aren't we?
I shudder to think of how this child has been cared for. What does a man know about taking care of a baby?
Look, I happen to think that Logan has been doing a very good job of taking care of his son. And Steve said that everything went as smooth as a baby's bottom this morning.
Steve Guthrie?
Yeah, that's right.
How did Steve Guthrie amuse himself with Jamie? Did they have a beer drinking contest?
Look, your son is being taken care of very well. He's getting the best possible care. I mean, we're all taking this job pretty seriously.
The next thing you're going to tell me is that Deborah Saxon is in on the swing shift.
As a matter of fact, Deborah was here, yes.
What did he do? Hire the entire police force to take care of my baby?
Look, Mrs. Swift, I think it would really be best all around if you just left now. There isn't anything else you can accomplish by being here.
I want to see my baby.
Shh. A little less noise out here. Jamie just fell asleep.
Who are you?
This is my wife. This is Star. I thought it best if I sort of break into this job gradually, so I called in a little expert advice.
Calvin wasn't that comfortable about giving Jamie his bath, so I did it. You know, he really enjoyed it, too.
Do you have any experience taking care of babies?
As a matter of fact, I have. I've raised 2 younger brothers. Anything else?
2 complete strangers taking care of my son. I don't like this one bit. Not one little bit.
So that's Jamie's mommy. No wonder Logan wants him to steer clear of her.
Yeah, I'm afraid we foiled her plans, whatever that was.
Got some bad vibes from that lady. That's one troublesome woman.
You know, I have a feeling I better call Geraldine and tell her that Raven flew in to see us. Mrs. Saxon?
Yes.
This is Calvin Stoner. I'm at your apartment with Jamie.
Oh, and how's Jamie, Calvin?
Oh, he's just fine. He's sleeping right now. But we just had a visitor, and I thought you ought to know about it.
Do you mean to say that Raven was there?
Yes. She said she came to see who Jamie's new baby nurse was, but I don't think she was too pleased with Logan's choice.
Well, now that Raven knows the police are involved, maybe she'll leave that child alone. I hope. In any case, Calvin, thank you very much for calling.
Certainly.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Is everything all right?
Yes, it's fine. And I'm sure it will continue to be from now on.
Good. Well, we're finished going over tonight's news.
You know, I have an idea that our viewers are going to enjoy this evening's broadcast considerably more than they have those of recent days.
It's been a tame news day. There haven't been any disasters to report. Thank heaven.
That would be a contributing factor, I have no doubt. But the big plus is that our anchorwoman is appearing very much more relaxed and looking particularly well this evening.
Thank you. I realize I haven't been much of a bargain in the past few weeks.
Nicole, somehow you managed to conceal the strain you've been under, and you did it admirably.
Thank you. I think I'm coming out of the depression I've been in.
Yes, I think we're all beginning to adjust to these new realities.
You know, I was walking in the park this afternoon, and for the first time, I noticed the trees are turning green. I've been that oblivious to the world around me.
It's been a very cruel world out there recently.
I wonder if April is going to readjust, how long it's going to take her to pick up the pieces.
Oh, Nicole, I don't know. But I would guess it would be some time. Come in.
Well, look at this. It's the brain trust of WMON.
Miles, you're early.
Well, I just couldn't wait till 11 o'clock to come and see Monticello's most beautiful newscaster. So I got all my paperwork out of the way. I hustled myself over. I'm not going to be in the way, am I?
Oh, no. I'm glad you're here. Oh.
It's wonderful to see you two so happy. Now, if you will excuse me.
Oh, listen, don't make me chase you out of your own office.
No, you're not doing anything of the sort. I have to go back to maintenance and see if Greg has been able to sync up the time-based corrector.
Oh, sounds like you're getting into the swing of this job.
Geraldine is a very fast learner.
Now, don't be impressed by all that fancy talk. Because once I get there, Greg is going to give me a very detailed explanation of just exactly what it is that a time-based corrector does once it has been synced up.
Oh, dear.
Well, you seem to be in very good spirits.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
You had a good day, I take it.
Best in a long time.
Has anything in particular happened to make you feel that way?
No, the day was pretty routine. It's my attitude, I think, that made the difference. The first time in a long time, I was feeling really good about myself, both physically and emotionally.
That's good news.
Also feeling very good about us.
So am I.
Such a fool to stay away from you even for an hour.
I can't tell you how lonely I was sleeping in that bed without you next to me.
We're never going to be apart again, I promise you that.
And that's one promise I fully intend to hold you to.
I love you so much,
I love you more than anything in the world.
I never realized what a difference it really made in my life, loving you and being loved by you. Until now.
I'm so happy.
Excuse me.
Geraldine, is there anything I can do for you?
No, I just seem to have misplaced my copy of this evening's schedule.
Well, let me give you mine, okay?
No, don't bother. I'll borrow a copy from someone who seems a little less busy.
Chief, I've got the report on the Gillette robbery.
I had a knock.
Sorry.
Just throw it on my desk.
My. Don't you look nice tonight?
Oh, that's nice of you to notice.
Not that you don't always look nice, of course.
Thank you.
One of the reasons I barged in here tonight, Chief, was because I thought you'd be working. You don't usually leave this early.
Well, I have a social engagement tonight. Otherwise, you're right. I'd be sitting behind my desk working.
Well, I guess even chiefs of police need little fun and games now and then.
I think so. Look, we can get to this first thing in the morning, okay?
Chief, I don't want to make you late or anything like that, but if you've got a minute, I'd like to talk to you.
Sure.
Well, I know you like to be told whenever one of your police officers does a little moonlighting.
Aha! You got yourself a part-time job.
Well, temporarily, of course, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah? Saving up some money to go to Europe on vacation?
I'm not doing it for the money, Chief. I'm doing it to help out a friend.
Huh?
I'm helping Logan. I'm protecting Jamie Swift from his mother.
Now, wait a minute. I know that Raven and Logan didn't have a very amicable separation. But why does he need a bodyguard for a babysitter?
Well, the situation between them has gotten a little bit nasty.
You make it sound like it has. What's happened?
Well, ever since Raven flew back to Monticello, all she's been trying to do is regain custody of Jamie.
Well, it's her son, isn't it?
She gave him up when she left town.
Wait, you're saying she gave Logan all legal rights?
No, it's not that simple. She just gave Jamie to some friends of hers, April and Draper Scott. She just handed him right over.
I see.
So that's why Logan has been taking care of Jamie all this time, and that's why he wants to keep it that way.
But now, Raven has other ideas. Is that it?
For some reason, she's changed her mind. I don't know why. She's already tried to take Jamie away twice now, and unfortunately, the law can't do anything about it because she's Jamie's legal mother.
Sounds to me like the law is doing something about it, isn't it?
Well, on an off-duty basis, yes. But it's only temporary. Belle Cobb, an ex-police officer, is going to be coming back in a couple of weeks, and she'll take over for us. But until then, it's going to be up to the Three Musketeers.
It takes the three of you to take care of one baby?
Well, no, not exactly. It's just that I'm not going to be available all the time, so I got Stephen Calvin to pitch in.
Sounds like I'm going to have to open up a new department. Put babysitting on the duty roster.
Well, Chief, there's nothing in the regulations against what I'm doing.
No, there may not be anything in the regulations. Doesn't mean there can't be. Oh, take that worried look off your face. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do on your own time.
Thank you, Chief.
Sure.
Well, that's all I came to tell you.
Wait a minute, Deborah. Hasn't it ever occurred to you that maybe Raven's right this time?
No, never.
Maybe she has genuine feelings for her son.
All she's trying to do is get to Jamie and hurt Logan. Look, you're friends with Logan. Why don't you ask him?
Yeah, Logan is my friend.
Have you ever met Raven?
Yeah, once. She seemed like a very nice lady.
Oh, well, you obviously don't know her if that's what your opinion is of her. This woman can be a monster when she wants to. She's got a mean streak in her a mile wide.
last night.
Thanks. Mean streak.
What are you doing here?
Am I too early?
You're not supposed to be here at all. Will you please leave?
I'm jealous, Raven. Look at the way you set the table. You never do that when we dine together. But then, we usually dine in bed, don't we?
Elliot, would you please give me back my key?
I had to see you tonight.
I have things to do.
I came all the way over here to share the good news with you, and this is how you receive me. I'm terribly hurt.
Well, I don't care if you leave angry. I just want you to leave.
I want to celebrate.
Well, great. You just tell me what the wonderful news is. Congratulations. I wish you all the luck in the world, and get out.
You'll be pleased to find out that I'm not a pauper anymore. I have found very gainful employment.
I'm very happy for you.
Do you remember a club called the Unicorn?
You got a job as a waiter? How nice. Why don't you fix me a drink?
It appears that when Margot decided to take the club away from me, she forgot to sign the papers legally.
So what does that mean?
It means that you are looking at the former and future owner of the Unicorn.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm very happy for you. That gives you something to do tonight. Why don't you go over there and play big honcho nightclub owner? It's one of your favorite roles, isn't it?
I was hoping you could join me tonight. You know, I was wondering whether the sofa in the back room is still as comfortable as it was.
Not tonight, lover boy.
You know, I need your support, Raven. April is not very happy with the situation.
Well, I don't see why it should matter to her. I mean, even if she does without that seedy nightclub, she's still a very wealthy woman.
It is not a seedy nightclub. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if she took me to court on it.
If April wants that club back, you give it to her.
Have you been drinking?
No. She's been through a lot lately, and I don't want to see her upset over some silly little court action.
Are you siding with April against me?
April is my best friend.
Since when?
Since always.
Look, I know why you like the widow Scott all of a sudden. You want April on your side because her testimony can hurt or help your chances of getting Jamie back.
That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, it hasn't, huh? Lately, you have shown concern only for people who could help you gain custody.
You think what you like. I don't really care.
Tell me something, Raven. Exactly what do you have planned for Chief Mallory tonight? The moment I told you I would no longer help you snatch Jamie, I became expendable. Chief Mallory is my replacement.
Chief Mallory is a very attractive man. Isn't that enough?
Not for you. You want to use him.
Yes, I do think that he might be able to do something.
You would play up to the room service waiter of this hotel if he could get you into that nursery.
Nursery. Oh, do you know what they've done? He's had the entire place surrounded by cops.
What?
The new babysitters are Calvin Stoner, Steve Guthrie, and Deborah Saxon. That's not funny. That whole place looks like an armed camp.
Well, Raven, looks like you're going to have your job cut out for you.
Yes. Seems as if this is no longer a one-woman job.
Oh, I see. So that is why you enlisted Chief Mallory as a tactical advisor?
Yes. I might have to ask the chief for some help, since you've obviously chickened out.
Oh, but would you just tell me something, Raven? Seeing that the good chief is on the side of law and order, do you really think that he would assist you in this nefarious plot of yours?
Oh, Derek will help me.
How?
I know exactly how.
frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light, as we watch our hearts trying to hold the tenderness that we once had, halfway glad and halfway sad.